Our quest for money, wealth, and other worldly pleasures may sometimes overwhelm us to the point of neglecting our loved ones. Today, I'll tell you a story about a poor girl who taught a millionaire a lesson. Although the ending of this story is completely unexpected, it teaches us an important life lesson. Let us now go to China to meet a poor little boy who lives with his ailing father. John's mother, Sarah, died when he was a teen. Since then, John has been forced to take care of his sick dad. He was unable to attend school, and while other kids played on the playground, John remained home to take care of his father. John hoped he could leave the house and live his life, but he couldn't. He got weary of always caring for his father as he grew older. Despite not attending school, John took advantage of every chance to study and was rewarded with the scholarship to a renowned institution. Unfortunately, friends, John took advantage of the scholarship and abandoned his frail, bedridden father to the mercy of his neighbors. He went to Shanghai and totally forgot about his paralyzed father, and all of his efforts were directed on amassing riches and becoming a millionaire. John's perseverance paid off as he ascended to become a CEO of a firm. He was able to travel the world, give talks at conferences and seminars, and teach others how to become millionaires. Many people adored his charm, but few were aware that he had a disabled father who he had abandoned in his hometown. One day, John visited his father. He realized that neighbors had given up caring for him as well. His condition was rapidly deteriorating, so John relocated him to a room in his Shanghai mansion. At the very least, he reasoned, he could now employ caretakers to look after him. John had been searching for a wife the whole time. It was the only thing he thought left for him to do in order to fulfill his goals. He never took most of the women he met seriously, since they were just interested in his money. However, he met and fell in love with a lady named Rachel. Rachel was stunningly gorgeous and very humble, and unlike other ladies, she did not run at every order, adding to her appeal. Despite her poverty, Rachel did not beg in the expectation that someone would miraculously resolve her problems. She believed in the value of hard work. When John realized her phone was causing her issues, he offered to buy her a new one. She, on the other hand, declined. John took it upon himself to get the most current model and surprise her, but she refused. This endeared her to him, and he knew for the first time that he'd met the woman he'd marry. He was absolutely thrilled. John made the decision to ask her to a romantic dinner, after which he intended to propose to her. Because he didn't want Rachel to meet his dad, he drove him to a park and abandoned him there. He was still extremely embarrassed by his father's disabilities. Unfortunately, while driving through the park, Rachel saw John's father, who had a striking resemblance. He was shivering, chilly, and alone in the park, so Rachel offered him a lift home after learning who he was. When John opened the door, he was taken aback to find his future fiancé standing by his father. "I saw your father in the park," she explained. "He was cold, so I carried him home to rest. I'm guessing you took him there so he could get some fresh air?" "What?" John was caught off guard. "I only had my father leave because I knew you were coming and didn't want you to see him." "Why?" Rachel inquired. "Is it due to his disability?" Rachel raised her dress and revealed a prosthetic leg. John cast a disbelieving glance towards Rachel. He couldn't believe he'd fallen in love with the handicapped woman. "Will you kick me out like your father?" she asked. John's face was flushed with shock. "What? Why would you keep this from me?" he inquired. However, Rachel did not respond. Instead, she walked out on him. That night, John couldn't sleep. Despite her disabilities, which were similar to his father's, he realized how much he loved Rachel. He was convinced that she would make an excellent wife. John also realized he could have treated his father better at the time and apologized to him. The next day, father and son went to Rachel's house, where he proposed to her. The kind-hearted woman accepted John's proposal. They married a few months later and lived happily ever after. Money isn't everything, my friends. We're glad John didn't learn this lesson too late. He was able to see the light thanks to a poor girl. So friends, do you like the unexpected ending? Be sure to express your opinion in the comments.